Welcome back students. I am your SST teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST Zone. So students, as you know that nowadays we are studying a fourth chapter of geography, that is agriculture, means Krishi. So students, in the agriculture, the previous part of that video we have studied about what is agriculture, and we have also studied about the different type of cultures as sericulture, pisciculture, viticulture, horticulture, and as well as agriculture. So students, in that we have also seen the factors which are affecting to the agriculture practices, which are known as the physical factors and the human factors. And in our today's video, students, we will cover more topics about the chapter agriculture. These are the farm system and the types of farming. Students, as you know that every work is having some system. So what is farm system, that we will see in our first topic, that is farm system. And the agriculture is also having the different types, that we will see in our today's second topic, that is types of farming. So students, let's start with our first topic, that is farm system. So students, each work, whether it is technical or non-technical, have some system. So in the same way, the agriculture is also have a system which is known as the farm system. Students, as you know, in every system we have to give some input for the output. Like if we want some crops, so first we have to sow, then we have to harvest it. And students, in farming as well, some inputs are there, as I'm showing to you through a picture, so that you will better understand what are the farm systems, how the farm system is working, what are the inputs through which we can give a technique to our farm system, and we get some output from the farm system. So let's see with a picture. So students, if you will see in figure 4.2 and 4.3, here in the figure 4.2, the farm system of an arable farm, and in the figure 4.3, the physical and human farm inputs. So if you will see students, in the figure first, that inputs are the machineries, sheets and the chemical. And including all the inputs, the process of plugging, sowing and spreading is occurring, and then after that the output is crops. Means first we have to sow the seeds, then for that we have to use some inputs, and after that we have to apply a process on the farming system, and then after that we will get an output in the form of harvesting the crop. Same in that same second picture, students, if you will see, there are few human inputs. The human inputs are the storage, labor, machineries and the chemical, and few physical inputs are also there, which are known as the weatheric condition. These are the sunshine, rainfall, temperature, soil and slope. These are also few inputs through which we get the outputs. So students, these type of operations, these are involved for the plugging, sowing, irrigation, weeding and harvesting, and the output from the system include crop, wool, dairy and the poultry products. Students, as you have seen in this picture, there are few inputs which are the physical, human and the technical inputs through which we get some more good outputs, and these outputs are also dividing the technique of the farming. So students, as you know, the farming is a complex phenomenon, and it also varies from one place to another place according to the geographical condition, as the temperature, climate, the relief, the rainfall, and even we can say the many modes are there, like the level of technology. technology. As you have seen in the inputs, there were two types of levels of the technology, like some human inputs which were known as the simple inputs, and few were the machineries inputs. These were known as the technical inputs. So students, according to the inputs and the technical way, which is known as the technology, according to them, the agriculture is also divided in different types. So let's see in our next topic what are the types of farming or agriculture. So students, as you can see, the types of farming are divided into two parts on the basis of their technologies. So first of all, we will see what are the types of farming. These are, as you can see, that is subsistence farming, which is known as its old technologies, and second is the commercial farming. So first of all, we will go to the subsistence farming. Student, the subsistence farming is also divided into two parts, that is intensive subsistence farming, which is means in a deep way with some more techniques, that is known as the intensive subsistence farming. And if we will talk about the second type of subsistence farming, that is the primitive subsistence farming, which is divided into two more subparts. These are the shifting cultivation and the pneumatic herding. So students, about the shifting cultivation, you have also studied in your history chapter 4 and the 5. So in the shifting cultivation, the farmers used to slash first the forest, and after that they burn the forest, and after that they are sowing the seeds, and when the land lose its fertility, then they leave that place and they move to another. That's why it is known as the shifting cultivation. Another names of shifting cultivation is jhum cultivation and the milpa or the slash and the burn cultivation. Then second is nomadic herding, that is students, the nomadics are known as in Hindi Banjaras. So they are moving one place to another place in search of the food and shelter, and that if they are living in a particular place for few years, so which farming has been done by the nomadic peoples, that is known as the nomadic herding. So students, now let's go to another topic, that is commercial farming. If we talk about the commercial farming is also divided into two major parts, that is mixed farming and the plantation agriculture. Mixed farming means while the farmers are using two crops in a same season in a same field, that is known as the mixed farming. In that they are also including the animal for their milk and rearing wools and different work. And second is the plantation agriculture. Especially the plantation agriculture is known as for the sugar cane and these type of plants. And two more techniques are there, students, that is known as the commercial grains farming. Few grains or food crops are known as the commercial crops or the cash crops. The farming of that crops is known as the commercial grain farming. And the second is extensive farming. So extensive is just opposite of intensive. Intensive is a old technique, but in the extensive the farmers are using some new techniques. Students, let us know about these different types of farming with the help of few pictures. So students, first let's see the subsistence farming. As I told you, the subsistence farming is divided into two parts, that is intensive and the primitive subsistence farming. So students, in the subsistence farming, it is a system of farming where the farmers grow crops and keeps livestock for the need of his family only, and there is no surplus for sale. And it is divided into intensive and primitive. So what is intensive? Intensive subsistence agriculture is a type of agriculture is carried out in the densely populated areas of the monsoon region of South, Southeast and East Asia. In such areas, people do agriculture on small pieces of land due to limited land available for agriculture. And if we talk about the primitive subsistence agriculture, it is a practiced on small patches of land with the help of primitive tools like hoe and digging sticks. Students, as the primitive subsistence agriculture is divided into two parts. So as already I told you, the shifting agriculture, that is a farming system in which a plot of land is cleared and cultivated for some time till the soil nutrients run out, after which the farmer move on to a new plot of land. And students, in the other hand, if we talk about the nomadic herding, it is a generally practiced in arid and semi-arid land where cultivation is not possible. Students, the nomadics are not having a settled life. Sometimes mixed herd of cattle, camels, sheep, goats and horses are raised as in parts of Central Asia by the nomadic peoples. Students, generally the nomadic herding is known as the seasonal movement. So now what is the commercial agriculture? So students, as the name is showing, commercial agriculture, it is agriculture which is giving economical benefits. So commercial farming is done over a huge pieces of land with modern tools and technology. In this type of farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for market purpose. This farming is used with the good intensive inputs like Viii seeds, the advanced machinery and the chemicals, fertilizers and the irrigation facilities. Students, here the Viii seeds means the high yielding variety. In Hindi we can say ज़्यादा उपज वाली फसल. Okay. And students, if we talk about the types of the commercial agriculture, it is also divided into two major parts as I have shown to you in flow chart. First is mixed farming. So what is the mixed farming? In mixed farming, the growing of crops and rearing of animals go hand in hand at the same piece of land. In such kind of farming, two or more crops are raised. And this type of practice commonly in Europe, Eastern Asia, Argentina, South Asia, Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. And if we talk about the plantation agriculture, actually students, it was first started by the British colonials in countries of Asia and Africa. In this type of farming, a single crop like tea, rubber, coffee, cotton, sugarcane, bananas, cashew nuts and other cash crops are grown over large tract of land. So students, the plantation agriculture is a type of agriculture which is giving more economical benefits. So it is also in a practice right now also in our countries and in other countries. So if we talk about the major plantation, these are found in the tropical regions of the world. For examples, fruits and sugar plantation of the Caribbean and Latin America, cotton and tobacco in southern US, and groundnuts and the cocoa in West Africa, cotton in Egypt, tea in India and Sri Lanka, and coffee in Brazil. So students, as you have seen, there are many types of farming and among them the plantation agriculture is more popular and practiced now because it is known as a agriculture which is giving us the economical help, as well as it is also a type of agriculture which is practiced in a large part of land. So currently we are saying the plantation agriculture and the mixed farming are the types of farming which are used by the farmers. Students, in the types of farming you have seen the farmers are planting different types of crops which are giving them the financial support. as well as the food crops to all the population of the world. So students, what are the crops which are essential and which are giving and known as the cash crops and the food crops and known as the staple food? That we will see in our upcoming videos, and the topic will be the major crops. So for that, keep watching SST June.